G'day, welcome back to the Lion Lawn. Once again, I find myself saying it's been a minute or two since I made a video, and I apologise for that, but anyone who's been watching the weather drama on the east coast of Australia will understand why. For the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks or so, we've been having nothing but pretty severe rainstorms and pretty crazy flooding all up the east coast, from way up in the north, up in Queensland, down through New South Wales, down to the south of New South Wales, and that sort of includes myself. So we've had pretty consistently had the yard underwater for a couple of weeks now, and I'm now sort of 4 or 5 days out the other side of that, so everything's dried off a bit. So I'm going to try and get the lawn back into shape today. The object is to try and get it ready to put it to bed for winter. Not that we've really had much of a summer, but I want to get it prepared so that I can put a pre-emergent down for the colder months, and just try and get it to a point where it'll maintain itself for the next few months. But we'll see how we go. So it's looking pretty gnarly out there, so I'll take you out and show you what it's like out there in a minute. But the plan today is to run over it with the Ryobi rotary to get the height down, and then how we are going for time will depend on whether I then hopefully throw the scarifier cartridge in the Liberty, run that over a couple of directions and dig out some of the stuff that's sort of under the canopy now. A lot of drowned yellowy grasses under there, like it's just been so wet for so long, so hopefully the scarifier can pull a lot of that out, and then depending on how it looks, I'll put the blade cylinder in the Liberty and give it a run over and tidy it up. But we'll see how we go. It's already fairly late in the afternoon, it's 4:10, so if this video sort of gets stitched together with this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, we'll see. I'll try and get it done today, but if not, we'll get it done. But that's the plan. Try and get it ready for the colder months. Before I go out there though, just a little quick announcement. If anyone's not followed my Instagram, jump over there and have a look, but you'll see that I've now got some Lion Lawn stickers that I'm swapping out with some of the other lawnies. If you're interested in one of those, I'm happy to send them out. They don't cost you anything. Just jump over to Instagram, give me a like, send me a DM with a postage address, and I'll shoot you a couple of stickers. If you're someone who's got your own stickers from your own lawnie website or anything else, and you want to do a sticker swap, hit me up, that's fine. I've got a wall over here that I'm starting to put a few on, so once I get a few more on there, I'll show that on the camera. But happy to share them out. Jump over to Instagram, I'll put the link below, but it's also up on the screen now. But yeah, it's just something for a bit of fun. So alright, let's go and check out the lawn. Have a look at this. It is just like ridiculous. Looks like a paddock. I got a couple of good mows in during the rain when I had to chop it down, but the PGR did a pretty good job of sort of keeping on top of it, so it didn't go ballistic. But as you can see, there wasn't much that was going to stop it, so it's sort of almost gone back to where I was at the start of the season. So we'll run the mower over and see if we can't adjust it so that it at least is low enough for me to get the scarifier into, and see what we can do to recover it. Just as an indication as to what's coming off compared to normal. She's not great. Anyway. So, for reference, I normally mow with the Ryobi when the lawn's good on height level 1. That's height level 3, and that's the best I can do without absolutely killing it. As you can see, looks much tidier, but heaps of wheel ruts and scalp sections and all that nonsense. So we still have a ways to go, but that's as much as I'll do with the rotary for the moment. I'll go and put the scarifier cartridge in the Liberty and see how we go. Let's do that. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 passes, and all that's coming out of it, so I've got some work to do. Well, let's have a look. That was 5 catcher loads plus this lot, which, as you can see, there's a lot of green in there, but there's also a lot of dead material. So 6 catcher loads from the scarifier on a double cut, but looking at it now, it's stood the grass up, and it is still heaps longer than I thought it was after I hit it with the rotary. So, but that's all right. It's doing its job. So I'm going to swap the cartridges over to the blade or the reel, not the bleel, and then mow it. I'll have to lift the height up and what I normally do, because if I mow it at normal height, it's just going to kill it. So, all right, I'll empty that and put the reel in. Righto, cylinder's back in. We'll give it a go, but just, I mean, have a look at what's left. Considering, like I said, I normally cut on level 1, that was cut on level 3, and it's just, it's just berserk. I can only imagine what it would have been like without the PGR. So, we'll give it a go. I may live to regret this, but it's only grass. We'll see what happens. Oh dear. Alright, well, I certainly broke the 1/3 rule today, that's for sure, because I took a heck of a lot off in one go, but sometimes you got to do that to reset it a little bit. But it's not, it doesn't look too bad. It's longer than I want, but it doesn't look too bad. Dexter. Hey, camera hog. So, apart from this section up here that I hit first at the lower level, as you can see there, that's gonna leave a mark, but that's all right. I'm sure we can keep an eye on that and make sure nothing nasty happens to that area. But it's very wet. That's the low area. That's where all the water comes from, the overflow from the tank attached to the house. So it runs like a river down through here, so it's very wet, very soggy. So I'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. But other than that, look, it's not too bad. All that's left now is to do the edges with that power rotary scissors thing. I think it's badass. If you haven't got one, you need to get one. I don't care what sort of grass you get, you need to get one. Everyone should have one of those things. So I'm going to get that out, tidy up the edges, and call it a day. But I'll see you in a bit. Righto, that's probably going to do me for today. Didn't do the side or the front, that's tomorrow's job after work, but I'll probably just put some photos of that up on Instagram. There's not too much to show around there. It's not too bad. It's all sorts of different types of grass, as it always is, but just a little bit longer than normal. I'll hit it with the Liberty tomorrow and tidy it up. But yeah, I just wanted to show the state of the backyard after the rain bomb incident that the news was reporting. We had my weather gauge out here reported like 315 or 318 millimeters of rain in a rain event, which the event lasted a couple of days, but that's phenomenal amounts of water. Certainly not as much as the guys up north who ended up with their houses underwater. And if you're watching and you're one of those guys, my heart goes out to you. I hope you're able to get back on your feet and rebuild. But you know, it was quite an event down here nonetheless. So I wasn't sure if this was going to be my last video for the mowing season or not, but it probably won't be. I'll probably get a couple more in, just trying to tidy up the backyard and get it ready for the dormant season for the grass. But then I'm going to kick off this section out here. A couple of people have pointed out in the comments for Instagram and my previous videos that this section near the trampoline is looking pretty chatty again. That's the winter project that I've got coming up. I mentioned early on in the year that I'm going to do like an outdoor entertaining area with a fire pit and a little timber deck and some outdoor lighting and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to kick off that project very shortly, but I will also keep doing lawn content, so hang around for that as well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. That helps me out. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and yeah, check out my Instagram. I will upload some photos of the side yard and the front yard tomorrow and go from there. Hopefully I can upload a little bit more regularly now that the weather's settled. Yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time on the Lion Lawn.